Hi there, Leo. Welcome to your reading. This reading is going to look at what's going on for you this week and into the next 4 weeks. First card out is making choices. So you must have a big decision coming out this week. And then slow and steady came out with that. So it's important that you take your time and not rush through this decision. There's some big choice that you're going to be faced with. And your final card out is trust your intuition with the Wizard of Awareness. And the number 3, you're going to be guided and given signs and synchronicities. And if you're not in the flow of things, if you're not listening to your intuition, then it might be more difficult for you to make this choice, or you might get confused. So the color purple I'm getting is very important for you this week. Your third eye chakra is very important. Look for exercises, videos that will help you open your third eye chakra. There's certain musical frequencies and tones that will help you do that, and also through meditation. I'm also seeing for you that birds, especially white birds, are important. There's a big change that is being called through you, and it is going to be your choice to accept this change and move towards a new direction, or to continue on the path that feels easiest, most familiar, and safer, okay? But I do want to tell you that on the other side of that more unfamiliar path is a brand new opportunity that you're really destined to pursue at this juncture. And if you don't choose to pursue it now, it may not come around for quite some time. For some of you, it may be another 30 years before this opportunity presents itself. And we don't have that long in this lifetime. So it is important. It's a very pivotal point that you're being faced with right now, Leo. At the bottom, we have the devil's in the details and the number 43, which reduces to a 7. So it came out upside down for you, Leo, which means that you don't want to get caught up in the details. You don't want to get caught up in the minutia of, well, this doesn't actually make the best sense or the most logical sense. This is a choice that is intended to be risky, that is intended to pull you in a new, unfamiliar direction. So whichever choice that is, just know that the universe is supporting you and is behind you. Your guides are supporting you and are behind you. And you'll feel the tug. You'll know which direction you're being called to take. But you may be tempted to overanalyze or stay stagnant because of fear, because of hesitation, because not every detail has fallen into place, because you don't have every answer. So just don't let that stop you from an opportunity that won't be showing up for you for another 30 years, because you do have the universals, like the universe supporting you and backing you in this new direction. Sacrifice with Andromeda and the number 13. You must sacrifice your stability, your certainty, your sense of security. It's a false sense of security that you have. You're feeling like safety is the best option, and that's not the case this week. You're being called to take a big step, to take a big risky step. And this is really going to change how you operate, how you step through life going forward. It's a change. You're being called forward. You're being motivated. And it is brand new. It's a very new feeling. It's a very new opportunity. It feels risky. It feels unstable. It feels kind of crazy. But if you step into your power here, if you step forward with grace despite the unknowns, you're going to be heavenly rewarded. You're going to be receiving a lot of blessings, let's put it that way. You're going to be increasing your personal power. You're going to be finding a brand new balance in a brand new stage of vibration. So think about it as moving up the vibrational scale. Maybe you're used to living in worry or mistrust, and you're moving up towards acceptance, and then you're moving up towards satisfaction. And each step that you move up that rung of vibrational frequency, it feels scary because it's different, because it's a new vibration, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. That just means that you're not used to it. And I'm getting the sense, Leo, that's the type of change you're being called forward towards this week. And like I said, it's going to be a little scary. It's going to feel risky, uncertain, but it's going to be extremely good for you. All right, anything else for Leo? Ooh, yep. Lots of 3s in your reading today, and 4s, 3, 3, 4, 6, lots of balance, stability. So things are going to really stabilize for you, especially when it comes to finances and abundance. Your flow of abundance is going to be directly impacted by this choice. So you want to be careful not to pass it up. That's really the only warning here. Stability is coming, certainty is not, at least not in the near future, but that's really what you're being called to do, to be able to flow in the uncertainty and to be able to trust the divine realm to guide you through your third eye chakra, through your intuitive nudges, as opposed to through the logic and the steps and the plan and the detail that your mind is going to require and request of you. So don't get caught up in the minutia. Heed the call. You have the call with the number 20. You're really going to be called forward. You may even go to an event this weekend with music. You may be invited to an event with lots of music. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or fancy, but I do see that you're going to be feeling and receiving signs and synchronicities, and they're going to be outside of your comfort zone or what you would normally do. Say that you normally don't talk to certain types of people. Maybe you go to an event and you start to meet people this weekend that are a little bit outside of your normal comfort zone. There's something like this for you, and it'll be different for each of you, Leo, but there's definitely a new opportunity that you're being presented if you will just reach out and grab it. And then with the 4 of air, some of you may also be having dreams that bring you some information that's important about what to discard in your life. So if you've had a nightmare, something undesirable in your dreams, this is because the universe is getting you ready for this next stage and showing you what you need to get rid of. So others of you, you may want to just cut out and purge, like do some feng shui in your house this weekend. Anything that's old, that attaches you to memories that are unwanted, undesirable, that shouldn't be hanging around in your closet or in your hat bin or whatever it is, or your shoe bin. So do some purging, do some cleansing, take a nice bath or shower. Water is very helpful for cleansing. Do some meditation and be comfortable in the unknown, because that's really where you're being called to this week, Leo. All right, if you enjoyed this message, please drop a like, as that truly helps out my channel. Thank you so much, Leo, for being here, and I will catch you on the next one.